This classic episode of the Electric Playground is brought to you by PMP Games, your source for everything video games. Support the partners that support Electric Playground. Remember, this episode first aired in 1999.
Developers who brought us Donkey Kong Country and GoldenEye. It's called Jet Force Gemini from Rare.
Jet Force Gemini, man. You gotta tell me about this game. It looks killer.
Man, this game is just bad. I mean, you got 3 different characters you can use. You gotta go through a bunch of stages, blow up a lot of enemies. The Mize are bad people.
Mize are bad.
Mize are bad.
They just bad.
They're bad people.
Who are these guys? What are these people all about?
Well, this right here is Lupus.
Lupus a dog.
He's the dog. Yeah. This right here is Vila.
Vila?
Vila.
Vila. Okay.
You got it. And this right here, this is Juno.
Juno.
Right. You actually start off with Juno here. And he has to rescue Vila, and then they both have to rescue Lupus. What's actually cool about it is when you mech up in the game halfway through, you mech up, kind of get like some body gear, and you actually have to use his special abilities to get through. Like Juno, he can go through fire because he's red, and Vila can go through water because she's blue, and Lupus, he can float and hover.
Can you go through water?
Basically, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But see, I'm multitasking. I can go through fire too.
So the game takes place in the future. Is it still planet Earth?
No, this is another planet that are colonized by the colonists. The Mizar come down, they take over the colony, and the colony actually works for the Mizar, but they're trying to rebel. So the Jet Force Gemini, kind of the police of the galaxy, come down and have to show them who's boss.
The gameplay, is it you basically just killing stuff? Is that the whole deal?
There's a lot of puzzles. The Mizar, they work together. Yeah. They sit back, they get around each other. They use their strength. They use all their people, where one will stay back and try to get you while the other come around behind you. They're very smart, but basically you got to take them out.
They're not that smart.
Not smart enough for Jet Force.
What is Jet Force? Is it like some sort of police squad or something?
Yeah, they're kind of like the police squad of the galaxy. When things go wrong, they get sent in. It's just a great game. So many different multiplayer things in it. You got racing in multiplayer. You got battle mode in multiplayer. You got target shooting in multiplayer. I mean, these are from the same guys who did Banjo-Kazooie and Diddy Kong Racing, which is some good stuff.
Would you say the game's sort of an amalgamation of Banjo-Kazooie and Diddy Kong Racing?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. I'd say there are some aspects in there, like the racing and multiplayer, which is really cool. Yeah. You know, and the graphics from Banjo. I mean, they just used a bunch of technology in this game, like real-time reflections and just a whole bunch of graphics.
It's a bit different than a lot of the cutesy animal type games that we're seeing from Nintendo.
I mean, you gotta go and you gotta take care of the Mizar. I mean, they're coming in, they're trying to throw these colonists around, tell them who's boss, and you gotta show them what's up.
That's right, because the Mizar, they're bad.
Mizar are bad people.
You want to take that Mizar down. No Mizar.
Mizar bad, that's right.
And then what do Mizar look like?
They're
just so we know.
They're ant-like creatures.
Ant-like creatures.
Ant-like creatures.
Yeah, if you look like an ant, you're bad. Yeah, you gotta be. You're gone.
Raid.
You know what? I gotta play this game. It looks way too inviting.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's get out of here.
Hi, I'm Paul. Friends call me Paulie B. And I've been Lord D's maintenance guy for the past 2.5 years. Keeps me on my toes. We had a flea man infestation last week. Little buggers get everywhere. Yeah, I know he's there. Don't acknowledge him. He's never gonna stop.
We went to Crystal Dynamics to check out Gex 3 and Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. I'm here with people from the Gex team, and we're going to find out about Gex 3. Let's do it. Woo! All right. Yeah. How is Gex 3 different from the 2 previous Gexes?
Well, he rides all kinds of new characters like burros and camels and alligators. He shoots weapons, he rides tanks. He's got some new buddies.
New buddies?
25 new costumes.
What characters did you animate?
Mostly enemies, environmental stuff, just anything that needed to be moved.
In the PlayStation, when you're working with lighting, what are you doing?
It's pretty much touching every vertex with a little bit of every vertex and the mesh with a little bit of color.
Touching every vertex right here. The girl in the tree. What was the hardest part about animating Gex?
Battling the software, I think.
Battling the software.
Show him your tail.
Yeah, whip your tail around.
If I do, I'll fall out of the tree.
Is this game like impossible? Is it for kids? Do you have different levels? What do you think? It's all on your shoulders now.
It's all different, yeah. It's hard for me.
It's hard for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's easy enough for kids, but
hard for programmers.
Yeah, okay. Biggest thing you had to overcome in this project?
Definitely sleep deprivation.
Yeah, give us a quick rundown of the storyline.
Gex has to make his way through all these different media dimension related levels and rescue the babe at the end.
You've been in all the print ads for the game. I turned the magazines and whoa! And that's you!
Exactly, it's me and Gex together, we're a team.
And so here I am going, whoa! Because she's right here in front of me.
Thank you.
Can't wait to play it, and looking forward to Gex 4. Cool, everyone wave.
I'm here at Crystal Dynamics. I'm with Amy, who is the director of the new Legacy of Kain game for the PlayStation. From the outset, you guys set out to create a PlayStation game that would raise gameplay and graphics and experience in video game play to another level.
Right, that was the idea. We knew that right from the start what we wanted to do was increase the immersiveness of the experience.
Explain a little bit about the gameplay. What are you going to be doing in this game?
The main character's name is Raziel, who starts off as a vampire. He gets turned into an undead creature, basically, who has to survive. He has to live on the souls of his enemies, not the blood. He's driven, it's in the same way that Kain was in the first game, by revenge on his former brethren and his father figure.
Like the action animations and stuff like that, where he's taking swipes at different creatures and vampires and stuff like that. Are those tons of fun to do?
Animating the attacks and impales and especially the reactions that the enemies have to being hit. That's a lot of fun.
Your primal state is in the spirit world, what we call the spectral plane,
right?
Which is a very sort of expressionistic nightmare place. You can, through force of will, tighten all the molecules in your body and take form. And then when you do that, the whole world shifts around you and you go back into the physical world where all your enemies are. All the architecture that was bent just writes itself in front of your eyes. The light all changes, things like that. And so the player is constantly confronted with the need to decide where they need to be at any one time in the spectral or material world.
One thing that really impressed me was the ability to move around, and it just felt great. It felt different than a lot of PlayStation third-person action games that I've played.
I think a lot of that is because Raziel has got over 221 unique animations that are segmented, upper body and lower body, separate, which makes a huge combination.
I was a huge fan of the background story and the voice work that went into the first game. How much of that was carried over?
We have wonderful people down in LA that we work with. Anybody who was a fan of the first game for that reason will be more than thrilled with what we're offering here.
It's like an interactive movie. I mean, the storyline is so rich, there's so much VO and dialogue, and it's just a great fiction.
What's going to happen now? Are you guys already starting work on Kain 3?
It's all germinating back there. We've left all kinds of interesting plot lines open to play with. And
PlayStation 2?
Maybe. I mean, Crystal's definitely working on that stuff. You know, it's up in the air whether our next title will be PlayStation 1 or 2. And PlayStation's a great machine.
Yep.
There's a lot of life left in that, too.
You know, one of the most spectacular looking football video games ever is NFL 2K on the Sega Dreamcast. I'm here at Sega with Marcus, the executive producer on the new football game for the Sega Dreamcast. You ready to go?
Let's go.
All right, 1, 2, 3, break! 42! 42! Hut, hut, hut! So, Marcus, do you guys got all the NFL licenses for this?
Yeah, we sent photographers out to every stadium in the NFL.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is this more of an arcade game or a realistic thing or what?
Actually, you know, for the football fans out there, if they play games like Blitz or Madden, we're kind of in between.
We got a little bit of arcade in this into our games. We also got a little bit of sim. So we're right in between the two big football games.
You guys do a lot of motion capture?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Our football game will be one of the first with the most number of moves. We got over 1,600 animated moves, which is about 4 times the number of moves that you get in the PlayStation and N64 products.
One on the play. Oh, I would not have gone for it there, Dan. But then again, I'm not the coach. Peter, I think...
And another first for our football game that we got that's really cool is that we were running at 60 frames per second. And if you remember back in the Genesis days with Joe Montana, those games ran at 60 frames per second. We're now on Dreamcast, because of the new power we have, not only does the graphics look good, but now we're giving the users more control by running at 60 hertz. If you play with Jerry Rice, if you notice Jerry Rice, he's going to have the eye marks under his eye. He's going to have the breathe right thing on his nose. And if a player wears long sleeve jerseys under their uniform, we're going to have that represented. If he wears wristbands, we're going to have that. We got every player modeled perfectly. And one of the cool things also about our game that you haven't seen before, we got our little VMU.
Well, VMU?
Oh yes.
What the heck's VMU?
It's our visual memory card.
Virtual memory card.
I'm going to be able to call my plays on my VMU instead of on the screen.
No.
So you can't see what pass play I'm calling or if I'm running the ball. So I can fake you out and do a little bit better with that.
And you can take that to other controllers and other systems?
Absolutely. And I can play at my friend's machine, put new plays or new players on there and go take it and play against you also.
Now
so it's a really versatile thing.
Catch. Hey, pass me that VMU.
See what kind of hands you got there, baby.
Are these all your secret plays?
No, I wouldn't give it up that easy, baby. Actually, I'm modeling all the cameras in the games perfectly. So if you look at our football game and you're going back to the huddle, you'll see a very television-like presentation style you haven't seen on any of the N64 or PlayStation.
Really?
Absolutely.
Who do you got? You got like guys commentating and stuff?
Yeah, we've recorded over 100 hours of commentary time, 15 times more than what guys are doing on the PlayStation on the Saturn. And I think you'll notice a huge difference in the level of commentary. Yeah, another cool thing about Dreamcast football that you won't see about other games is we got a modem that's going to be included in the box of Dreamcast. That's going to open up a whole new dynamic to sports gaming. It's going to include a 56K modem.
Like I'll be able to kick your butt down in LA and you'll be up in San Fran.
I still can kick your butt, but we won't be able to do it in different cities right now. One of the things that we will be able to do though is allow you to update teams and rosters online, allow you to create plays when you're at work, and then download them into the game when you get home. And all kind of cool new dynamics.
Hey, well, thanks for showing me the game, Marcus. I can't wait to play this stuff.
Oh, no problem. Before we wrap it up, let me see what kind of running skills you got.
All right.
Ready, set, hut!
Young passes to the right sideline. Zamora tackles the pass.
Tackled by Sonic.
Hi, I'm Mario Andretti, and you're watching Electric Playground. We'll be right back.
Oh, hey, Lee from PMP Games here, reminding you to check out the Electric Playground Classic every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Time on youtube.com/EPNTV. Brought to you in part proudly by PMP Games. And don't forget, play forever!
We caught up with Mario Andretti, the superstar race car driver, who's out promoting the new controller from Mad Catz. You know, it's one of those fishing controllers.
So we're here at the Mad Catz booth with Mario Andretti, and he's showing off something that he helped design.
Yes, absolutely. Actually, it was a lot of fun to work with the Mad Catz people because these guys really get it. They come to the racetrack and during testing sessions, and we sit down and they would try to just ask all the pertinent questions.
Yep.
And then we just try to get them on the same page, just to get them to realize the idiosyncrasies of when you jump the curves or when you did some that.
It's a rugged little steering wheel then.
Oh yeah, I mean this thing, obviously, you can see, all you have to do is look at the cockpit of this race car.
Yep.
It's the same thing, it's metal, it's not just a plastic piece.
Yep.
You can just feel even by the weight. So it's a sturdy piece, you almost feel like you can do the 24 hours of Le Mans with no problem.
How do you like the racing games that are out there? Do you think that they stack up pretty good?
It's pretty darn realistic. But honestly, to be competitive in this world, you have to be that because these kids that try, they really are experts.
Right.
They know what they want and they expect nothing less than as real as can be.
It's been a few years since Andretti Racing. Do you have another racing game that's going to be gracing the shelves anytime soon?
We have some prototypes in the background.
Yep.
And all you have to do is stay tuned.
Okay. Stay tuned. That's what we like to hear. Well, it's an honor to meet you.
Thank you.
I hope you're having fun out here.
Well, try the wheel.
EP takes a look at some of the newest, coolest first-person shooters on the market these days. Jeez, watch what you do with that thing! God!
good friend Cliff, who is the designer. What's your official title?
Co-designer, lead level designer on the Unreal projects.
Unreal. This is the man right here.
Command leader, got your back.
Zoom in on the eyes here. Freaky. Let's talk about Unreal Tournament. That's what you're working on now.
Yes, Unreal Tournament is like Mortal Kombat with teams and guns. You do not need an internet connection to play the game.
What?
Oh, yeah, everybody's tagged this thing as a multiplayer-only game.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
It's a crock, it's a crock. You pick your character, you play against other combatants in different arenas. There's all sorts of team games, great AI. It's a great single-player game as well.
Really?
Make sure you check it out, yeah.
Now, what are some of the mission things that you got going on?
We got this great game type called Assault, and one team attacks while the other team defends. And like we got these different scenarios. One's like a D-Day invasion, and like you're storming the beach and like Saving Private Ryan. Yeah, and one team's trying to defend it, and people are blowing up everywhere. It's great fun.
Awesome. Well, what's your favorite level?
I'd have to say the high-speed train. One team starts off in a chopper, and they're like, there's little voiceover. It's like, oh, Abel, assault the base. Dog, I'm going in. Oh, man down, man down. Train. I feel like the middle of a James Bond movie. It's really great. Yeah.
So, can we expect it on any more platforms? Or are you guys just concentrating on PC?
We're actually talking to some other people about possibly doing a color Game Boy version of it.
No, are you serious?
Absolutely. We're also looking into the possibility of doing a PlayStation Unreal as well.
That would be cool.
And of course, PlayStation 2 looks mighty delicious.
Isn't there some weird, aren't they doing Unreal jewelry?
We'll have some Unreal jewelry, possibly earrings, maybe necklaces. We already have keychains.
Furniture?
Hey.
Unreal furniture would be cool.
I don't think that big U would be very comfortable to sit on top of.
Very cool. Thanks a lot, Cliff. Good luck. Can't wait to play. It sounds awesome.
Hey, want to get it out. Hope you like it.
We're here to talk about Quake 3. How you doing tonight, Paul?
Awesome.
So what can you tell me about Quake 3?
We're kind of redefining the whole first-person shooter game. We want people to jump on the internet and play this game. We're going to make it easy to do it, and we're going to make it fun to do it.
What are some of the big key features that are in Quake 3 that weren't in the first two games?
Well, we've redefined the animation system. It's going to be fast-paced, furious. Deathmatch is going to be like a household name.
Do you think this is the end of it, or do you think we'll always see more Quake games?
No, this is the last Quake product. The whole point of Quake 3 Arena is to put everything we've ever done it in on steroids. You know what I mean? We're maxing out, and we're not coming up with anything new, so to speak, but we're taking what we've done in the past, and we're giving it the richness and the high quality that today's technology allows us.
Excellent. Anything you have final words?
I'm going to make very nice models for the game.
Of me?
Of you.
Thank you.
You're
We got that on tape now. He has to do it.
You're in the game.
You hear that? Me, Zoe Flower, in the game, Quake 3. It's going to happen.
Lee from PMP Games here with my latest purchase, a brand new Sega Saturn control pad. Buddy destroyed one in a heated Guardian Hero session last weekend. A small price to pay for a night of video games with friends. I don't know if you've been paying attention to this internet thing or not, but our days of playing multiplayer games in the same room as one another might be numbered. If only out of convenience. At Past and Present Games, it's our mission to keep the experience of video gaming tangible, as long as possible. Visit our retail locations in Winnipeg, or browse our entire inventory online at pmpgamesonline.com. You'll find a myriad of software, merch, and accessories from all generations of video gaming. And enjoy free shipping on orders of $65 Canadian or more within Canada and the USA. Now, back to the show!
Hydro Thunder.
Hydro Thunder.
What do you
Now, it's a very fast, colorful, fun, quick action game.
Boats look cool.
In one-player mode.
One-player mode, yeah. Two-player
mode
they
is
lost it.
slow
way down.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous.
It's unbelievable. They have these wicked-looking boats. They're super fast in one-player mode. Lots and lots of colors, lots of styles. They all come in their own sort of unique shape. And when you hit the turbo things, they all morph, and their engines pop out the back, and these big blasts of fire come out. Super fast, huge drops.
Give me something new on the Dreamcast. It's a new system. I want new games. I've been playing this game a year.
Everybody wants an arcade game on the Dreamcast, and it's a good translation. The only thing that I have a problem with is that it's just an exact translation. It's just the arcade game.
Nothing extra.
No extras. It's just arcade at home. It's a solid game. They dropped the ball in two-player mode. I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10.
I give it an 8.
What do you think of Demolition Racer for the Sony PlayStation?
This is by Pitbull Syndicate.
car physics aren't perfect like Gran Turismo. You hit a car and it goes flipping up in the air, which I like though. I think that's cool.
I do too. The physics are very arcade style, very light and very quick to play.
Right.
And I don't think the game suffers at all from that. I think it's one of those games you sit down, you play it, you're bashing cars around, getting big points, big fireball explosions, huge jumps, lots of crazy stuff. It's a fun game.
I actually worked on this game for about a year doing the sound on it and stuff. Oh, did I mention the sound was great?
The sound's really good.
Okay,
in this game.
but anyway, no.
You make me say that.
One thing they did incorporate in there, two-player mode was fun.
Two-player mode
was okay.
worked really well, split screen, which is rare on the PlayStation, so it was cool.
There's lots of different things. You can play tag and you can play, there's all sorts of different game elements to play. You want to get that?
It's a value pack game. It's a value pack game. It's something that you're going to get a lot for your money out of this one, and you should check it out. I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Exactly what I give it, an 8.
8 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you think of Outcast for the PC?
It's like a third-person thing, like your Tomb Raiders and Metal Gear Solids and stuff. But the guy runs like
he's no motion captured character.
Oh, it's awful. And how about the way he jumps? What the hell is that all about?
He's light on his feet.
Listen to me. The best part of this game, by far, bar none, is the orchestral music. The Moscow Symphony Orchestra did it. There's choir. Play this game just for the music.
You can just leave it on your PC running and you just be sitting back, and it's like a movie soundtrack. The thing that's cool about Outcast is the story element. It's really well done. There's a lot of non-player characters in the game that you talk to. You learn a whole new language in this game, and you get a complete lexicon, so you have to learn all these new words and stuff. And you basically go talk to all these different alien creatures.
I kind of found it hard sometimes to shoot characters because of certain camera angles. Like my head would pop up, and I'm trying to shoot things, and I couldn't because my head was in the way. And there's some camera angle issues.
The developer spent 4 years making this game.
4 years.
It's been a long time making this game.
4 years.
The thing that's amazing with the game is that it's incredibly deep. You can virtually go anywhere you want to in the worlds, and the control schematic is really original, and the weapons that you get, and the movements that are in the game, and the dialogue, the voice acting is all really solid. It's a great action adventure game. I thought it was definitely worth your time. I give it 8.5 out of 10.
I give it a 6.8.
Here's our favorite game of the year so far, Tonic Trouble on the Nintendo 64. What'd you think of that?
Okay. The fact that anyone published this game is insulted my intelligence. If somebody were to sit down and say, okay, let's make the worst video game ever, Tonic Trouble is what they would have got.
It really falls short. It's way below what you're expecting on a Nintendo 64.
The best part is you're sliding down this stupid ice thing, right? And then you go into a certain sections, and I don't know why, but the screen just goes black. Wait 2 seconds, and then you keep going. It's like it's loading in the next level, but it's on the Nintendo. So what the heck's going on?
All the characters are really lame looking as well. How about the newspaper with the eyeballs? It's like they
bouncing
went with,
tomato things.
They went with the first idea that went into their heads. There's no refinement in this title at all.
Awful graphics, awful sound, awful gameplay, awful design. Blech. I can't find any redeeming qualities.
Yeah, basically you don't really want to play it. That's what we're telling you. I give the game a 3 out of 10, actually.
3? I don't know where you get 3 from.
I give it a 3 out of 10.
It's a 2.
I think it's a 3, man.
It's a 2.
All right.
It's awful.
Tonic Trouble. Woohoo!
Yeah, 2 thumbs up for 2.
Yeah, all right.
See you next week. Hey, the most spectacular looking football video game ever is NFL 2K.
Financial assistance for the Electric Playground is provided by Sony Computer Entertainment, publishers of Jammer Lammy for the PlayStation. Activision, publishers of Battlezone 2. And Computech Media, publishers of Insight Video Games, Insight PC Games, and InsightGames.com. Watch for the premiere issues of the magazines coming October 26th. This classic episode of the Electric Playground was brought to you by PMP Games, your source for everything video games. Support the partners that support the Electric Playground. Thanks for watching, and play forever.